Hello, hello. My name is Rachel and this is Activerachelanne. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of the family. If you're a subscribed person here on my channel, I appreciate it. And we are going to discuss weigh-in. This is my weigh-in video for the week. It's been a while since I've been on here. First, I'll tell you the results of my weigh-in because that's what you're here for. And then I'm going to tell you how the update of my 30-day no chocolate challenge is going. And then I'm going to tell you what worked, what didn't work, and what my goal is going forward. Okay, so let's start with the weigh-in results. This week, my weight is 190.0, so 190 even, which means that's a 0.3 pound loss, and I'll take it. I'm so excited. So very, very excited. Update on the 30-day chocolate challenge. Well, which means no chocolate for 30 days. What I ended up doing was 2 days into the challenge, I ate half a pint of Ben & Jerry's Caramel Sutra ice cream, which is half chocolate, half vanilla with like caramel swirled up in the middle. And it's so super tasty. But I think that is technically chocolate. I didn't want to call it chocolate because in my head I was thinking like milk chocolate, like a candy bar or something. But chocolate's chocolate, right? So then 6 days into the challenge, I ended up just exploding and having a whole bunch of chocolate. So that was like 2 weeks ago, and the downfall to that whole situation was my goal was to try to cutting out chocolate, which is my main food group, if you will. I thought that I would be able to cut out sweets, but in fact my head went just the opposite. I'm like, okay, well, if I'm not gonna have chocolate, I'll just increase my sugar intake by eating candy. Golly, what a psycho head case I am. Like, why can't I just do it? I don't know. And I look at that in the fact that of me cutting out a food like that, which it's not food, it's not really anything nutritional, but to me, cutting that away from my diet completely didn't work. And in fact, it went the other way. So I ate more of it than I should have. Does that make sense? So like diets or weight loss plans where they have you cut out a certain or a specific food altogether, and that's supposed to be sustainable the rest of your life, that just doesn't sound like a plan that I'm interested in. So I really, like I said, my intention was good because I really wanted to see what I could do if I could like conquer the world by cutting out chocolate, but I didn't. And I can't. And so it's not a bad thing. I just know that about myself. And so instead of overdoing it in candy in another way, this week, I've kind of taken a break from being overwhelmed by not choosing it. So the 30-day challenge for the no chocolate challenge is out. I've crossed it off my list. I'm not going to be focusing on that anymore. And in fact, I'm just going to take this next week to try to develop a new 30-day challenge goal for myself. The other 30-day challenge that I had set for myself was to get 10,000 steps in daily. And I'm at, I would say, between 85 and 90% of that. Every day of the week, I'm getting 10,000 steps in. So I'm so thrilled with that because ultimately, I want my body to work when I get older. And I know a big portion of that is what I put in my mouth to eat. But the other portion of that is to stay limber and loose and make sure that your joints are moving and working and you're actually, working them. So for me, walking is perfect. And I'm so grateful that I was able to accomplish and continue accomplishing that feat of challenging myself with 10,000 steps per day. What went well? So this week, you can call it good or bad. I don't know. It's not something I'm going to stay in the habit of doing, but I didn't track anything this week with my iTrackBites app. I just didn't keep track of any food that I ate this entire week. And it wasn't like I had an intention not to. I just didn't. And it was just kind of, it wasn't like it was a freeing thing or that I felt freedom from it, but I just didn't. And I'm okay with that. Some weeks we're all like gung-ho into doing something and caring for ourselves and continuing on with the weight loss journey. And some weeks you just aren't. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. It doesn't mean I've stopped. Like going forward, my goal is to track this coming week. Like it's still a goal of mine, but it's not something I'm just like, bashing myself over the head because I didn't do. The other thing is as the temperatures here are like topping out in the 40s and way low 50s in central Wisconsin, I've realized that it's time to start eating those comfort foods. And so I made like this huge crock pot, like full of potato soup. There's a recipe that I follow. It's high calories, and so it's not like something I want to share with everybody. I'll put a picture in here. But it's just so filling, and it sticks to your ribs, and it just is yummy. So like coming home from a long day of work, and by that I mean I work from home during the day for the 8 to 5 hours, but at nighttime we cover sports, and so we're outside covering sports most of the nights. So when you come home from that, you just want to warm up. And so for me, having a nice bowl of steaming hot soup was perfect this week. So we had that multiple days. And then I ended up having more snacky items around the house, but I think for me, like having them available, I swing either way. So sometimes when they're available, I eat them all. And sometimes when they're available, I don't touch them as much. Maybe it's because I know they're there. And what's the hurry of trying to eat it all? It's not going anywhere. It's still there. So that's kind of how my thought process was this week. And I guess, those are a couple things. And then my in-laws came to town. And again, we kept ourselves very busy. So whatever meals that my husband and I ate, it was like on the run in between doing this or going there or doing that. So it's not ideal to live that way, but I was still able to get a loss on the scale this week. So I'm okay with that. But again, it's not the rule, it's an exception. So going forward this next week, I'm going to jump into doing some meal planning today, tomorrow grocery shop, and then my goal is to have at least 3 to 4 meals this coming week. And so my son's working full-time for our family business now in this time of his life. So we are so grateful and thrilled for his help, but he's here at the house every day. So now he's eating some of our food. And so it's just going to be something where I have to keep that into account and also make meals that he would like. So, yeah, I guess going forward this coming week, get my meal plan ready, get back on tracking, and then continue with my 10,000 steps each day. So it kind of sounds like a broken record because I say that a lot, but that is my goals. And that does help me stay on track. And so, yeah, it's cooler weather and we're out and about and walking around more and just really enjoying this moment and phase in our life. I think so much we look forward to what's next. When am I going to get to the finish line? I can't wait. And people aren't just, they're just kind of missing the whole forest. They're just focused in on that one tree or that one goal or that one finish line. And that's good to stay motivated, but yet you're not enjoying the process as it comes. Thank you everybody for watching. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. And hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell if you want to know when my next video is going to be up and available to watch. And we will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.